that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Foul ball there. That misses the zone. 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball. That one finds the zone, and the count is filled up. Stays alive. The pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 3-2. Line drive. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Matt Olson, the next to hit, takes ball one. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a ground ball. Sneaks through, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
On the ground to first, but that rolls foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Olson leads off first with 1 away. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Back-to-back singles. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
First and second, 1 out. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Just missed.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
In the dirt,
1 ball,
and an excellent job keeping it right there. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Slinging it to first in time.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And here's the rookie catcher, Drake Baldwin. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position. And fouled off.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
2 on, 2 outs. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. 2 left for Atlanta. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, number 36.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Bottom of the first. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Lindor hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Puerto Rico. And that one sliced foul. And that misses. And a count 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Way high there. Full count now. Caught him looking for the K. Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one to first. Olsen handles the chance, and he takes it himself for the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Juan Soto in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two out, space is empty. And that one is inside.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It was an wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Here's Pete Alonso. Just
Nope. Ball
missed.
1-0.
Soto, the runner at first with 2 gone. That's too
Ball
low,
2.
and it's 2-0. Hard hit left side. They take the force out. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing for the Mets in the first. Second inning coming up from Citi Field. 0-0 here on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Holmes back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
That one misses, and that is ball 1. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
On the ground, Lindor slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 7th, left fielder Alex Verdugo.
Here's Alex Verdugo. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That's in for a strike. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Next pitch is outside. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with a human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
2 down, bases empty, and now Michael Harris the second.
Off the plate,
just
ball 1.
missed. Two outs. That's off the inside corner. And now 2-0. No score here in the second. And that chops in for a strike. Too low, and it's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Towards first. Dives drives, and he can't hang on. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. And they do get the third out. The inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Starling Marte. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, center fielder, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
Come on, Jeff.
Not
Counts
close
1-0.
with that one, and it's 1-0. Just missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. He makes the grab. 2 away now.
Batting seventh, catcher Luis Torrens.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. 2 down, nobody on. Misses off the plate. And now it's even 1-1.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Verdugo makes the catch, and that'll do it. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Citi
Leading
Field.
off
Well,
for
here
the
we go.
Braves,
Top of the
shortstop,
third,
Nick
scoreless
Allen.
game. And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your
I got 1 ball,
approach.
1 strike.
Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Next offering is in the dirt. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here's Acuna now. He's 0 for 1. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Top of the third, no score.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Outside
ball 2.
low, and it's 2-1. Grounds one to short. Lindor whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Matt Olson up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right side, hard hit. To first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quickly here. Still no score. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now the third
off for
baseman,
the Mets,
Brett Beatty.
Third baseman, Brett Beatty.
And that one wrapped foul. Check swing. He held up. And 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
Next
Two
offering
balls,
is outside.
One strike.
That
Three
one
balls,
misses.
one strike.
And now 3-1. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his
Batting
spot.
ninth,
Hitter
second
didn't offer at it.
baseman,
Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio now. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Baden aboard here at first with nobody out. Line drive to short and caught.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line
Now
drive,
batting,
but most importantly,
shortstop,
he kept the runner
Francisco
out of scoring
Lindor.
position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Runner on the go. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak
left
contact.
Fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Grounded out his first time. That one fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. And a foul ball. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Mets strand 1, and we are still scoreless. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Marcell Ozuna. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Here comes Austin Riley. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch, and he just misses. Fourth inning underway, no score.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Falling behind 2-1. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Nicely done for the out. So digging in, Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 1. Hit in the air, left field. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Juan Soto now.
Designated hitter, Juan
Soto, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swung on, belted. And that gets down in the corner. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Wastes no time there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside low, 3-2 now. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Fouled off the plate, they'll do it again. On the ground to third. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the right fielder, Starling Marte. That one down the line, and foul ball. Chopped left side. Riley sends it across to first. Marte retired.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that one is downstairs, and it's a ball and a strike. Soto stands at second with 2 gone. And he takes one right on the black. And the count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Off the mark there. 2-2. That's outside. Luis Torrens in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fights it off. He'll see another. Laser could be extra bases. Runner around third. He boots it. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Man at second. And the slider just misses. Soft contact in the air. Hauls it in to end the inning. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Holmes back to work. That's inside. 1-0.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And that is out of play.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Sit him down.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt. That one misses, and it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Sit him down.
3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. In the air, out towards right center. McNeil sizes this one up, puts it away for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
So up next, Alex Verdugo. His first at-bat was a strikeout. And that's outside. Ball 1. The Mets up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch in the dirt, 2-0. And another another ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Here's a 3-0. That clips the corner. And there's ball 4.
That's a ball. Take your base.
Now batting, center fielder.
Runner
Michael
on
Harris,
at first with
the
one
second.
gone. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. That clips the zone. Strike one.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1 now. On the ground, could be 2. Spin, throw, that's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Back here in Queens, here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Leading off for the Mets, third baseman, Brett Beatty.
This one popped up. Riley. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good
Now
timing
batting.
on it. Just got
Second
underneath it a little bit and
baseman,
popped it up.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Stepping in, Ronnie Mauricio. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Spencer Schwellenbach getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Elder getting loose as well. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. He swings and fouls one off. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Got him looking. That K is his third of the game. Here's Francisco
Up
Lindor.
next for the Mets,
2 in this
shortstop,
one.
Francisco Lindor.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one outside. 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Nick
Leading
Allen
off for
now at the
Atlanta,
plate. There you see
shortstop,
his
Nick
May and June
Allen.
numbers so far. The shortstop takes the ball. Left field. Nimmo ranging after it. Hauls it in, 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And a foul ball. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. A sliding stop it short. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, New York.
And that's outside. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Let's go, New York.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Here's the pitch to Olson. Next offering misses down and away. Two now. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Mets 1 and the Braves nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Spencer Schwellenbach.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Austin Cox, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. And the 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Soto in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. And there's a strike. That one not close. And the count's even at 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about
Now
the
batting,
benefits,
first
the
baseman,
advantages of
Pete
relievers who can come in
Alonso.
and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And first offering is fouled off. In there at the knees. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for
Starling
the Mets,
Marte up to hit.
right fielder, Starling Marte.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
All right, Mets.
Swing and a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the
Jeff
center fielder,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Strike one. Alonso, the lead runner out at second. Marte on at first with 2 now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You
No
tie
ball,
a guy up
2
like
strikes.
that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Two on, 2 outs. Into center and a base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe! In comes the run from second. And they take a 2-run lead.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
First and second, 2 outs. Luis Torrens will hit next. First offering, and it
That's
just
inside.
misses.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Next pitch
Outside, that's
misses
the ball.
outside. And a count now 2-0. And that one clips the corner. And a 2-1 on the way.
Ball, that's high.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Well struck left field. That's back there. Banks off the wall. 1 run across. McNeil headed home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 3 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Citi Field. And now the DH, Marcell Ozuna. First
Ball
pitch
1.
misses.
Let's go, New York.
That's ball 2.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Huascar Brazoban appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Nunez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Missed
That's
with a
ball 3.
changeup, and it's 3-0.
Come on, Mets.
That's through there for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 3-2.
3-2.
Sit him down.
Got him swinging. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Austin Riley
Now
at the
batting,
plate.
third baseman,
He's grounded out a
Austin
couple of
Riley.
times. Up the middle, and that one handled. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Catcher, Drake
2 outs,
Baldwin.
base is empty. Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves.
Come on, Matt.
And first offering is fouled off. The Braves trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one misses. 1-2 to count. That one just misses.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and just at 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Clay Holmes out of the game, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching. for the
Taking
New York
over on the
Mets,
mound for the Mets,
Number
Huascar
43,
Brazoban. He's been so good
Huascar
against lefties.
Brazoban.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Let's go, New York.
And that's through there for a strike. Fought off foul.
Strike him out.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Man on second, 2 down. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Strike him out.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 3 and the Braves nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
Atlanta,
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the 7th.
68.
Austin Cox.
Austin Cox.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in,
Leading
Brett
off
Beatty.
for the Mets, third baseman,
Cox,
Brett
a tall
Beatty.
lefty, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. Fastball
Ball, that's
is
off the plate.
outside. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
In the air on the infield. Olsen puts it away, and there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio getting ready to hit. A switch hitter batting right. Just
That ball went
missed.
out.
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And Acuna able to make the grab.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
There's the strike. And that's in the dirt. Going to count 1 and 2. Upstairs. That's a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
2 outs, runner at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit.
No
First
ball,
2
2 strikes.
pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And that is that. Mets leave 1, but they lead it 3-0. Ready to begin the
Leading
8th.
off
So
for the
down to the
Braves,
plate for
left
Atlanta.
fielder,
Alex Verdugo.
Come on, New York.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Going wide.
0-1 now. Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting, center fielder,
Michael Harris the second.
the
Next
second.
up for the Braves. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Late swing, foul to the left. There's a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Verdugo at first, one gone.
Come on, New York.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Marte sizing this one up. And there's two down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Right fielder.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this
Jr.
guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Fouled off left side.
Let's go, Nats.
That one ripped. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Verdugo around second. Coming home. The relay throw. Tag, safe at home. And now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Really important at bat coming up now.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's Matt Olson down. 1 for 3. And ball
that's
one.
inside.
Tying run at the plate. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 2.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
That's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Acuna rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. They trail by 1. It's 3-2.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Huascar Brazoban done for the night, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Richard Lovelady. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
New York Mets, number 68, Richard Lovelady.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. First pitch, not close.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
2 outs. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 3 and the Braves 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Angel De Los Santos.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
And now it's Juan Soto. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field.
Juan Soto.
The wide to kick the pitch. On the corner for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 0-2 now. Outside with a breaking ball. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Aaron Bummer preparing to come on if needed. Elder getting cranked up as well.
You can do it, Matt.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
On the ground to the left. A dive. He's got it. On the money. Nice play.
A quick move to his left,
the
fully
first
extended
baseman,
there in front of the shortstop to
Alonso.
make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Just missed.
Outside. Ball.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
That missed by a lot. 3-1 now. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Outside, and that is ball 4.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's Starling
right
Marte.
fielder, Starling Marte.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Now, Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the air, left field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
One gone, runner at first. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. On the outside corner, strike one. McNeil leads off first with one away. And now 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way.
Now batting,
but that time, a little anxious.
Brett Beatty.
And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 2 runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Verdugo makes the play, and the inning is over. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up here for the Braves. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
There's the strike. That clips the corner. So almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab in this one, Clay Holmes.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Here's Matt Olson. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. And first offering is fouled off. Holmes, 31 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back. Got shot and swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Batting third, the designated
Marcell
hitter,
Ozuna
Ozuna
coming up to hit. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Two out, space is empty. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Middle of the first, no score. And we're back. Getting the nod on the mound, number 36. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Acuna brings it in. And a quick out, number one. Here's a Mets lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Brandon Nimmo stands in now and watches strike one. Outside low, 1-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out.
Batting third, designated hitter.
Two down, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Juan Soto. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
A little bit low.
0-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Fires over to first. They get the out on Soto, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Scoreless after one. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Austin Riley. Holmes back to work. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
There's a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Marte makes the catch, and there's one gone. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. And that's downstairs. Ball one. Second inning here, no score. That one
Two
way
balls,
outside,
no strikes.
and the count is 2-0.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. And delivers outside. Yeah, that's fouled off. Three-two, and that's ball four. And that's their first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Tap foul at the plate. And that one clips the corner. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And the runner holds.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Alex Verdugo. Throw to first. Baldwin dives back in safely. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. And that one fouled off. Two outs.
One ball.
In the
two
dirt.
strikes. Two balls, two strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Baldwin off of first with two away. That one in the dirt and gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Stays alive. Gets a piece and stays alive. And ball four, two aboard.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Center fielder
Michael Harris the second. The next to hit. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And it falls. And the Braves score first. It's 1-0.
Didn't take long to get a result for that
Batting
at bat.
right.
These days,
Shortstop,
most outfielders
Nick
play
Allen.
pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the shortstop, Nick Allen.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's
Now
Ronald
batting,
Acuna
right
Jr.
fielder,
at the plate.
Ronald
He's 0
Acuna
for 1.
Jr.
Swing and a foul out of play. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Bases loaded, top of the second. Off the mark there. Now 1-2. That one missed.
That's inside.
And it remains 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here at Citi
Leading
Field,
off
bottom
for the
half of inning
Mets,
number 2.
first
Here's
baseman,
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Up and in, and that is ball 1.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swinging a foul straight back. Out to short, Allen. Zips it to first, and that takes care of
Batting
Alonso.
5th, right fielder, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte up to hit. First
Ball,
pitch
that's
doesn't
outside.
find the zone. Right through there for a strike. A little bit low, and a count 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Ball one there.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ball 2. 2-1.
That one fouled off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him. Next to hit, Luis Torrens.
Catcher, Luis Torrens.
And that is downstairs. Ball one. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is fouled back. This one popped up. And that is that. Mets strand one. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. Here's a big power threat. Matt Olson. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1
That's strike one. And that one missing low.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Grounded out his first time.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is outside. Next one in the dirt.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here. And that misses. And that's ball 3. First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Inside ball four.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just
Now
mentally
batting, third
prepared,
baseman,
knowing that if it's
Austin
not on the
Riley.
tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Riley batting for the second time, and that's strike one. And that one is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ozuna stands at first with 1 out. Swinging a foul straight back. Not close with that one. And the count now even up. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's inside, and the count's full.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate, where this guy could do some real damage.
Punch him out.
He goes down looking.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He
Now
goes
batting,
off speed,
catcher,
gets the
Drake
out.
Baldwin.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. Walked his first time.
Let's go. Come on.
Just missed. Foul ball. Two outs. That's a little bit low. Next offering is in for a strike. And a good eye there.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
On the ground, right side. On the run, sends it over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Braves strand one, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Down the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Swing and a miss.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets. There's a swing and a miss.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
One down, base is empty.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
That's it, center field. And that turns the lineup over.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a
Now
lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds.
Lindor.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Just off the inside edge. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Man at first, one away. On the ground, 2 ball. Quick feed to second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Braves 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens, Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Ozzie Albies.
Albies in his 8th season, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Spits the plate, and that's strike 1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Slow roller to first, Alonso. He steps on the bag. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
You can do it, Matt.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one back there. That's long gone. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
Michael Harris II digs in now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And that's in for a strike. And the slider just misses.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
In the air, left side. Makes the grab, 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Nick Allen next up for the Braves. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that's off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Right through there, got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Ready to go,
Leading
bottom
off
four.
for the
And
Mets,
stepping in for New York,
left
Brandon
fielder,
Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Way
Count
upstairs, 1-0.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitch.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And forget it. And this place is rocking. His 16th homer of the year, and they're on the board. It's 2-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's Juan Soto. Grounded out his first time up. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And another ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Soto swinging a drive, deep right field, ranging back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Well, I think the wind ended
Now
up being a
batting,
factor right
first
there. It's
baseman,
whipping in
Pete
from right field right now.
Alonso.
So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Pete Alonso now, always a power threat. The polar bear hit his 200th career home run last season.
Yeah, and that home run came right here at Citi Field. He's the fourth fastest player in baseball history to reach 200 homers.
A little bit low.
1-1.
And it
That's
is
the ball.
2-1. And there's a ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
One down, base is empty. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter
Now
off
batting,
right there.
the
Glove
right
side
fielder,
command,
Starling
fastball firm to the
Marte.
outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Marte, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Citi Field, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Ronald Acuna Jr. Holmes back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. The Mets have some action going in their pen. Dedniel Nunez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Garrett also getting ready. That one at the knees for a strike. Inside, almost got him. The 2-1. That clips a corner. The changeup missing. And now 3-2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Marte hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Olson.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Let's go, New York!
Here's the pitch to Olson. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Ozuna at the plate now. That's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is fouled back. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Austin Riley.
Here is Austin Riley, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. And the sweeper is off the plate. And another ball. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Ozuna off of first with 2 away. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one off the mark, and the count's full.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
That's to 3rd. Baden whips it to 1st, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They lead it 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Outside. Next pitch way upstairs.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And fouled off. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch just misses. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Is known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Let's go, Matt.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Spencer Schwellenbach getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Elder also throwing. Man at second. And that one fouled off. And he grounds one to the right side. Albies gets it to first. That ends the frame. Mets leave 1, and they trail it here 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
New York
and
Mets.
they make a change to start
Number
the 6th.
72.
The new pitcher, Dedniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the catcher to hit, Drake Baldwin.
Drake Baldwin.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And the slider just misses. Chopped up to the left into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman Ozzie Albies.
So up next, Ozzie Albies. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek getting loose out there. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball, that's too high.
In there at the knees. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Alex Verdugo. He's already homered in this game. That's way outside, and that's ball 1. And that skips in the dirt. Next one misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Braves 2 and the Mets 1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Angel De Los Santos appears to be getting loose. Bummer warming up as well. Grounder off the pitcher. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 36 gives way, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for Atlanta,
Spencer Schwellenbach
number
gets
56.
the ball now.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered here in this one. And that's in there at the knees. Here goes the runner. Lifted in the air, right field. Acuna there. Makes the grab, one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up
Now
enough to
batting,
really drive it.
designated hitter, Juan
And now,
Soto.
Juan Soto.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Ground ball left side, could be two.
Oh, that was a great chance to turn two with the 6-4-3 right there. But the feed to second, maybe the most important part of starting that double play, just didn't get it right there. And these players work on it a lot during batting practice, and that feed's not on point.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Here's Starling Marte. Golden opportunity right here.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog. Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And he takes one right on the black. 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Out towards right center field. Acuna after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jeff McNeil.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Spencer Schwellenbach will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change.
Number 49.
Aaron Bummer.
And one thing
Aaron
on him,
Bummer.
he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
So up next for New York, Jeff McNeil, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Pitch misses.
Ball one.
Ball one.
1-0.
Now one missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2 outs. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Misses off the inside. 3-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Bummer deals. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Well, all tied up again, and that's a pretty rough way to give up a lead. It's just kind of a gut punch for the entire team to issue the free pass right there.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Torrens swinging it much better this season in away games than here at home. First pitch, and he just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1-1.
With the go-ahead run at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit softly on the ground to third. throw on to Olsen, inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're through 6 full. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Reed Garrett.
Big swing and miss stuff
Now
right here,
pitching
Boog.
for the New
Averaging
York
more
Mets.
than 1 strikeout per inning
Number
this season.
75.
So far, he's been pretty electric.
Reed Garrett.
Now in for the
Leading
Braves,
off for
Michael
Atlanta,
Harris the second.
Center fielder Michael Harris the second.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And that's downstairs. And the count is 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That misses.
ball 2.
It's 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Oh, sit him down.
This one high in the air to left center. Nimmo has it sized up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop Nick Allen.
Nick Allen. Next up for the Braves.
Let's go, Reed.
And that
That's
one
a ball.
upstairs, ball 1. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
That's ripped. Base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Now batting, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. First offering, and it just misses.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Close,
Ball 2.
but call the ball. Ball 2. Move to first.
He's safe.
1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first.
Ball. That's inside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Late with the swing there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run
Now
is
batting,
at second
the
base.
first baseman, Matt Olson.
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
To the right side. Lindor, that's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So one hit is all they get. 7th inning stretch time. We are tied 2-2. Bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty.
Third baseman.
A little surprised
Brett
they don't see a
Beatty.
pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike one.
Well, these Mets looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Next offering is downstairs.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. That one ripped right center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio. 1 for 2. This to third, Riley. Zips it across, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Francisco Lindor. 1 for 3. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, has room, and he makes the catch.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Went with the sweeper for the strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
To the right side. He takes it on his own, and we stay tied as the inning ends. Mets strand 1. Score remains 2-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Huascar Brazoban.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Ozuna in the box now, takes strike 1. Action in the Mets bullpen. Richard Lovelady, the closer, is getting loose. Stanek, the right-hander, also getting loose. Fly ball center field. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
So here's Riley now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch misses.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball.
Up the middle. In plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there.
Now,
Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Drake Baldwin. That one's
Ball
upstairs, ball 1. And a foul ball.
Sit him down.
On the ground to third. The throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. And the Braves go down quietly. And this game is still tied at 2-2.
Now pitching for
Back
Atlanta.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
93.
bottom of the 8th. Angel De Los Santos.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Juan Soto
Leading
up now for the
off
Mets.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And that's a little bit high. 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He got away with
One
one
ball,
there, but
2
he
strikes.
knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
This one in the air. Olsen settles under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso will hit next. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Bryce Elder getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. High fly ball out towards left center. Brings it in, and there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder Starling
Now it's the right
Marte.
fielder, Starling Marte. Line drive. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 9th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back here in Queens,
Leading off
all
for
set
the
to start the
Braves,
9th in
second
this
baseman,
one.
Ozzie
Here's the second
Albies.
baseman, Ozzie Albies. Razoban back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
And that's in there at the knees. That's
One
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Up next for
Alex
Atlanta,
Verdugo.
left fielder
Next up
Alex
for the Braves.
Verdugo.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Rips one to right. And a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Substitution now at first base. Coming in as a pinch runner,
Number
Eli
36,
White.
Eli White.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Change up on the corner at the knees.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Runner on the move. Ground ball left
Foul ball.
side. And it goes just foul. And 1 and
ball,
2.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball. With the go-ahead run at first, here at the top of the ninth. Got him swinging.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to
Now
even
batting
that count
shortstop,
on the 2
Nick
balls and 2
Allen.
strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So digging in, Nick Allen. Razabon checks the runner, and he's back in safely.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. We are tied 2-2. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Austin Cox.
For Atlanta,
Bringing in the lefty with a
Number
left-handed hitter
68.
coming up to hit. Classic
Austin
bullpen move
Cox.
right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So digging in,
leading
Jeff
off
McNeil.
for the Mets, center fielder Jeff McNeil.
Just
inside.
missed. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Raisel Iglesias getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. And there's a curve through for a strike. Next offering way upstairs. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Luis Torrens.
So up next for New York, Luis Torrens. one misses, and it's 1-0. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. And a count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him. That's out number 2.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So up next, Brett Beatty. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the winning run is aboard.
Now batting, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Digging in, Ronnie Mauricio. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Two outs, but the winning run is at first. That one almost got him.
Strike. Hey! 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fly ball down the line. Acuna after it. Squeezes it, and that's the inning. Mets leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
Now pitching
Back
for the
now,
Mets.
and on the mound, the closer,
Number 68.
Richard Lovelady. This southpaw's been
Richard
really good against
Lovelady.
left-handed hitters. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
This is a big spot for a big-time player.
And the
Count
first
1-0.
offering is not close. And
No
another
bets off the
ball.
plate. Ball 2.
That one
Foul
down the
ball.
line, and foul ball. Pitch misses. 3-1. Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he
Ball
walked
4.
him, and that keeps things going.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much
Now
gifted
batting,
him first
the
base with a
baseman,
quick free
Matt
pass.
Olson.
Here is Matt Olson.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Ball
That
1,
missed
no
by
strike.
a lot, and that's ball 1. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and here in extra innings. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss
That's
in
out.
the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
On a line. Hauls it in on the warning track. Runner tags and goes to third.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
High leverage
Now
spot
batting,
coming up for the big
designated
bat
hitter,
of Marcell Ozuna.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. That's out to center field. McNeil under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and they've got the lead in extra innings. And the batter now, Austin Riley. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout.
Now they're playing with the lead, and they still have a chance to add on to it. You have to stay aggressive in these at-bats.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Action in the pen down there. Edwin Diaz up and loosening in the pen. Stanek getting loose as well. Acuna, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a fly ball to right center. McNeil sizes this one up. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you got to get him up to third. Think back up the middle or to right field.
So the tying run at second. Swinging a foul out of play.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Man at second. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Nimmo in the box now, takes strike one. That one the other way. Allen. Only one out remaining for the Mets.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now batting, designated hitter Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now at the plate, trying to deliver as the hero.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
And that is out of play. With the tying run at second, and the home team trying to pull it out.
Hey, 2.
The Mets down to their final strike.
Hey.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
3-2 the final score. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire